Hello and welcome to the third video in our four-part series of Getting Started with Profound AI. In this video, we will cover how to create an AI agent and then add the agent to an existing application running in Profound UI. Our goal in this video is to provide customer service with the ability to ask an AI agent questions specific to the company's customers, products, and orders from within the existing customer service application. You can create a new agent using the Profound AI IDE, which can be accessed using your browser. Profound AI is built on top of our Profound JS and Profound API technology, so it uses the same IDE. Be sure to check out our Profound Logic YouTube channel for more videos like this one about installing Profound AI in your environment. With Profound AI, creating the initial agent can be accomplished with just a few steps. Within the IDE, you simply select New, AI agent, and this will create a template agent that we can customize to our specific needs. Let's go ahead and save our new agent. An important point is to make sure your agent is saved within a subdirectory under the modules folder. So let's go ahead and click Save As. And we're going to put this in a folder called My AI Agent, and we're going to give the file name a more descriptive name. And let's go ahead and save it. It's important to note that an agent is simply an interface to a large language model. As you can see, Profound AI supports multiple large language models and is model agnostic. In our example today, we will use GPT-4o. Another important point to note is the agent becomes live the moment you select a model. So you can start having a conversation with the agent from within the IDE. It's that simple. Now, we haven't provided the agent any information at this point, so the responses will be limited. But if we ask the agent now, how are you? We will get the standard response from the agent. You can provide a heading for the agent, which allows you to specify descriptive text, which will appear at the top of the agent window. And in this case, we'll just simply say customer order insights. You can also provide an initial greeting to be displayed when the user opens the agent. We're going to go ahead and modify the default initial greeting, and we're going to change that to, I'm here to give you insights on this customer and this order. How may I help? In addition, you have the ability to specify a theme for your agent. The two choices you have are light and dark. And also a brand color, and in this case, we'll just go ahead and default to an IBM blue. And let's go ahead and move on to guidance. Guidance allows you to train the agent. This is often referred to as prompt engineering. Prompt engineering allows you to control what the agent should and should not do, what types of questions can be answered by the agent, and even the personality of the agent can be specified. Let's replace the default guidance with one more specific to the agent we are creating. So as you can see here, I've added some instructions under the guidance. You are assisting an enterprise application user, providing insights and information on the customer and the order ID being inquired upon. Always include the customer's company name. Always refer to products by product name. Follow the context of the questions, and don't always assume that the question refers to the current order. If in doubt, confirm before answering. So let's talk about variables. Let's add one more instruction. Within our new instruction, notice we have two strange-looking words prefixed with a $sign and enclosed in brackets. Profound AI allows variables to be passed as part of the prompt when the agent is activated by the user. Variables allow you to pull data directly from the current screen and pass that information to the agent, giving the AI agent context. In this case, what is the current customer and order? To define a variable in Profound AI, simply click the variable icon under the guidance section. and this will open your instruction variables window. This is an important step because if you forget to define your variables here, the JavaScript snippet created during the actual deployment of the agent will not be created correctly. So don't forget to define your variables before deploying. Adding a variable consists of specifying a variable name and a sample value. So we'll go ahead and do that for each of our variables. One is the order ID, and we'll give it a sample order ID. And the other one is customer ID, and we'll also give that one a sample value. Let's continue. The data analytics feature in Profound AI offers advanced capabilities for AI agents to conduct comprehensive data analysis and generate dynamic visualizations. If analytics capabilities are not required by the agent you are creating, you may wish to turn this feature off. This will help limit the LLM costs. For our purposes today, we're going to go ahead and select the data analytics option. You can give your AI agent access to multiple databases, as well as access to specific tables and columns within those databases. Profound AI supports multiple databases, including IBM MariaDB, Aurora, MS SQL, and MySQL. It is important to note that providing access to database tables does not actually give the model direct access to the database. When the prompt is sent to the model, it is only given a description of the database tables. Based upon this information, the model then comes back and asks to run a read-only SQL statement based upon the request. This helps provide a buffer against things like prompt injection. Let's add some tables to our agent's data access. Our tables are located in an MS SQL database, but again, you can use any supported database and even provide the agent access to multiple databases. Let's provide our agent access to order, product, and customer-related information from our MS SQL database. So we'll click Data Access tab, and we want to add a table. And there's our current connected databases. We're going to use the MS SQL, and we're going to add orders. For details. Products. Category. Shippers. Employees. And finally, customers. Now that we've given access to specific database tables, let's go into each table and give access to specific columns. So for the order file, we're going to give access to every column in the table. Same with the order detail file. The products, we're going to give everything access except for the reorder level and whether the product has been discontinued. Under categories, we'll go ahead and give all. Under shipper, the same thing. We'll provide access to all the columns. Now for the employees table, which usually contains sensitive information, we're only going to allow the first name and the last name. And the same for customers. We're only going to allow for the company name of the particular customer. Let's continue. We can also add knowledge documents that contain information we would like to provide the agent. Profound AI supports various file formats, including PDF, text, and Word documents. The use of knowledge documents when creating an AI agent is not covered in this video, but be sure to subscribe to our Profound Logic YouTube channel so you can get notified of new videos we release in the future. Routines are a method of providing additional information to the agent from a variety of different sources. This includes information from multiple databases, consuming a web service, or even calling an existing program or command on the IBM. The use of routines when creating an agent is also not covered in this video, but again, be sure to subscribe to our Profound Logic YouTube channel so you can get notified of new videos we release in the future. Let's continue on now and deploy the agent. Let's save our changes and deploy our agent to the target environment. To deploy the agent, simply select Launch, and then deploy this agent from within the IDE. This will display the Deploy Agent window, which allows you to specify options to control how the agent will be deployed. The Deploy As option allows you to select how the agent will be deployed to the target application. As you can see, when you change the Deploy As selection, the JavaScript snippet will change based upon your selection. You will also notice that the snippet changes with each additional option that you specify within the Deploy Agent window. Let's go ahead and select Web App Embed icon for our agent. If your agent is running on a different server than the target application, the Deploy on Another Domain option must be specified and CORS must be enabled for the Profound AI instance running your agent. For more information about enabling CORS in your Profound AI instance, simply click the link to our documentation. CORS stands for Cross-Origin Resource Sharing. It's a fundamental security concept that restricts how documents or scripts loaded from one origin can interact with resources from another origin. To recap, if your agent is running on a different protocol, a different host or domain, and/or a different port number, this option must be enabled. In our example, we're going to go ahead and enable this. In our example today, we will deploy our agent within an existing Profound UI application, so let's make sure the appropriate option is selected. You also have the option to specify an alternative prompt placeholder and loader message. We're going to go ahead and leave these with the default values. Now that we have all our options selected, we simply need to copy the JavaScript snippet that's been created based upon our options and add it to our existing customer service application. So let's go ahead and copy our snippet. And now let's jump over to our customer service application and review where we want to embed our new agent. So let's take a look at our existing customer service application and see if we can identify the screen where we want to embed our new agent. So let's open up our customer service within Profound UI. And we'll select a customer. So we have an order screen. And then if we click again, we have the actual order detail. This is where we want to embed our agent. So let's jump over to the IDE and make a change to this application. So here we are back in the IDE, and this time we're going to actually modify the customer service application. So let's go and open up our customer service application. And of course, we want the order detail screen. And what we want to do is take that snippet that we copied to our clipboard and add it to an event called onLoad for the order detail screen. There we go. So let's add that. Now there's one more thing we need to do. Remember when we specified the variables that we were going to pass to the agent? Those are still default values. So we need a way that we can pull these values dynamically from the screen. So let's go ahead and click OK. And then look for our order number and customer ID. Now the customer ID here is a hidden field, but there's our order ID. And go ahead and click on that element. And if you look over into your properties, you'll see an ID of that element on the screen. So we want to take note of this. And then we want to look at the order ID. And of course, the order ID also has an element ID. We're going to take note of that. And let's go back to our screen properties and scroll down and look for where we just added the onload event. And bring that up. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace those default values with a JavaScript statement. And we're going to use a framework command for PUI called get, which will return the value of the screen element. And we want order ID was the name of the element. And then we'll replace the customer ID with the value that's currently in customer ID on the screen. So now when we call this agent, or when the user requests the agent, dynamically the current order ID and customer ID will be passed to the agent. Let's go ahead and save our changes. Now there's one more thing that we need to do. We need to, since during the onload event, we're adding the agent, embedding the icon for the agent call within the screen, we need to also remove it when the user exits the screen. An easy way to do that is just simply on submit, which if we pull it up here, initiates a client-side script or expression when a response is submitted to the screen. So when the user hits the previous button, it will submit the screen. And if we add this little bit of JavaScript code, it will remove that embedded icon for us. So let's save that, save our customer service application, and let's jump back over to Profound UI and see if our changes worked. So here we are back in our Profound UI atrium. And let's open up our customer service application and see if our changes to embed the agent are working correctly. Let's open up customer service and we'll select a customer and select an order. And you can see on the order detail screen in the lower right-hand corner, we now have an icon that allows us to request the agent. So let's go ahead and click that. And you can see here's our agent. So let's ask the agent a couple of questions and see if everything's working correctly. We're going to ask, who is the current customer? And remember, we're passing dynamically the customer and order ID to the agent. So let's see if the information was passed correctly. And as you can see, it comes back with the correct customer. So let's ask another question. What is the current order? So that's working correctly. Let's get with something a little bit more difficult. So now you can see it's retrieving. It even gave you a message on how it was going to retrieve it. And finally, we come back with the top items for that particular customer. So let's see if we can get a pie chart of that. And there's a nice little pie chart that you can actually download and include in a presentation. So we'll try one more just to make sure everything is working. Say I want to download an Excel file with this information. And as you can see, there's a link now, so I can actually download the Excel. So it looks good. Our agent is working correctly. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our Profound Logic YouTube channel for part 4 of our series on getting started with Profound AI.